Hey friends, it's Laura. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm continuing my decluttering series. We are going to be decluttering and reorganizing all of my traveler's notebook inserts and covers. As you can see, this is what my shelf looks like right now. It is overflowing and quite a mess without any organization happening. Okay, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is try to divide this stuff up a little bit so I can more clearly organize it. This is a brand new insert. This is a brand new insert. I think I need to put all of my unused inserts somewhere. Here are some adhesive pockets. Yeah, I think if I could separate the ones that I've filled with the ones that are empty still, that would be a great first step. Okay, this one can be put away. This is one of my December dailies. So I'm going to go ahead and put this with all of my other December daily albums. And then in here, I've got one, is it used? Partially used. But the stuff that's in there I don't think I want to keep. So this is a Cat Traveler's Notebook cover. It's a fabric one, so it's ethical. I don't do real leather. I also don't buy things that have been tested on animals. So all of my Traveler's Notebooks that you'll see here are fake leather or fabric or paper. None of them are real leather. This was an insert for my cat, and I think all of these were inserts for my cat. Okay, so all of this was for my cat, I believe. I've got my one Traveler's Notebook here that I've been doing lots of memory keeping of my cat in, and I started this when he first got sick. Ooh, one of my pages is falling out. That's not good. So this still has some empty space in it, some blank pages, so I'm working on still filling this one up. And this one was also meant for my cat, but I did not end up using it, at least not yet. And then I've got this pocket here that I was just holding like a pocket, a gold foil card here, and some die cuts and some photographs that I wanted to include somewhere in this cat album. So this is holding like my in progress stuff that I want to include. And then here's another one I was going to put in there too, but again, I don't think I use this really. No, I've got two pages. I've got the intro where I put diary, and then I've got this page here where I did a tiny bit of stuff. And this was going to be my diary, talking about my thoughts and my feelings and processing everything I went through when our cat was diagnosed with kidney disease, because we spent 8 months knowing he was dying, doing terminal illness care for him. So daily fluids where we had to put the needle under his skin, and just like a lot of ups and downs. Like he would seem to be doing better, and then the next day he would crash. And it was so many emotions and so much stuff. And I was going to use this diary to process all my feelings and everything that was happening. I didn't end up doing that because I just used my regular journal to do all of that stuff. So this, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take apart this page here and this page here, the only things that I did end up, using on it, and I'm going to put this in with my blank notebooks. And then this one is a blank notebook too, so I guess I'll put that over there. Now I guess I'm left with only two of these inserts that actually have memory keeping stuff of my cat in there. So I'm going to put them away inside of this Traveler's Notebook journal cover here. And I can already see one of the issues I'm having here is this Traveler's Notebook in particular. Do you see how much bigger the insert is than where the holes are for the elastic? So the elastic has to be pulled down and up to go around it. That really makes a dent and a tear along your spine here, which then can weaken the pages inside and make them fall out. So that's one problem I already see here, but there's nothing I can really do about it. This is meant specifically for Oreo because it's got the little cats on it, and I already made the inserts and they're already half full, so there's not really a whole lot I can do about that other than not buy from the same shop in the future because they aren't quite big enough. Or if I do buy from the same shop in the future, like, can you see how that's bending my pages just trying to get it through? If I do buy from that shop in the future, I will have to be careful. Oh, this is just ripping everything. I'll have to be careful to make inserts that are smaller than traditional traveler's notebook standard size, because like I said, like this just is not doing me any favors. It's tearing the notebooks apart. So this one, since I don't have anything going on inside of it yet, I can cut it down. So that's what I'm going to do, since I already tore part of the top of it anyway. But at least I got my cat inserts put away there. And then, I don't know what I'm doing with this. This was actually my one little word album, and I don't think I filled it all the way up. So I've got some stuff. I really did enjoy working in this, and as you can see, I made it a horizontal traveler's notebook, and I really did like that. And this was documenting like everything I was doing to make my life in accordance with my one little word for that year. Okay, so I got to May, and that was it. And I still have all these blank pages at the end. So I don't know what I want to do with this. If I want to finish filling it up, if I even want to keep it. I think I do want to keep it just because it's so darn cute. And I did put a lot of work into it. And I do like looking back at my progress I make each year. So I need to finish filling that up maybe, or maybe it'll be one of those things that I have to just be okay with the fact that it never got finished. So that's my one little word for a couple of years ago. Oh, this one. This is really awesome. This was a collaborative feminist art journal, and so many women worked in this. How cool is this? I love it. We could sell it, and then all of the proceeds from it would go towards a domestic abuse shelter or a women's shelter. So that's still the plan with this. I need to go ahead and do that. I just haven't done it. It ended up taking a lot longer to get the art journal back than I thought it would. So that's what this looks like. I'm going to put this to the side because I actually do need to go ahead and sell this so we can get the proceeds donated. And I just love this little bit of art. It's so much fun. So yeah, that's going to go to the side because that doesn't need to be in my collection. This was a season that I did with Get Messy for their art journals, and it was the fairy tale season. I was really into that. And so I have my whole traveler's notebook here. I think most of it's filled up. Yeah, so the only thing I don't really have is anything on the back cover, and then I've got this one page here that doesn't have anything on it except acrylic paint. But that's almost done. This is an art journal, so I guess I'll start a pile for my art journal ones. This is my Little Summer Joys Traveler's Notebook, and this is more of a scrapbook. It's just got various summer memories from different years. So this is going to go in my scrapbooking pile, my Traveler's Notebooks that I scrapbook in. This was a listing notebook. So you know how there's lots of projects, there's like 52 lists in a year. There's also the 30 Days of Lists project. There's so many different lists projects that you can find online. And so I had started putting all of my stuff in here for that challenge. And it's just a variety of different, it's just like a random project, but it's not really a scrapbook and it's not really an art journal. It's a whole separate thing. This was an art journal that I did, or a memory keeping that I did, and this was following Rue Kristen's story class. She has like a PDF printable class, and it's got all these different story prompts on it. So I did that, and this whole Traveler's Notebook is full of that. So this is kind of like an art journal to me. It's got a little bit of scrapbooking elements in it, but it also has like magazine cutouts and things like that. So I'm going to put that with this other art journal that I have. Okay, today I am thankful. These two albums right here are 30 Days of Gratitude that I did a couple years ago. That's number 21, and so I'm guessing number 1 starts here. Yes, number 1. So here's the first book, the first Traveler's Notebook insert with my 30 Days of Gratitude or 30 Days of Thankful in it. And then here is the second one. Love that gold foil. And I think what I want to do for this is actually have it in a separate thing of just fall stuff. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. I want to have like a seasonal one. So I'll put that there. And then this is a traveler's notebook for one of the illustrated faith classes that I'm doing. And then if I want to add any other random devotionals that I end up doing to this standard size traveler's notebook. So those are all of the inserts I have that are full, I think. What's this one? Oh, nope. Here's a quotes one. And these were strong women quotes. I really loved this idea that I saw from D, but I actually don't like the way I ended up executing it. I think this is my favorite page. And then the rest is blank, and then the other stuff I don't really love. So I think I actually want to take this one apart and get rid of it. I need to get rid of this one. I don't love it at all. And then I've got all of my blank traveler's notebooks here. So these are ones I haven't even started yet. They're all blank inside. This one I created and decorated the cover for, but it's blank inside. I've got a lot of black ones that I don't think I'll use. I don't like using black paper a lot. So this can go in my donate pile. It's just a small insert. And then I've got this one here that came as a freebie from another shop, but look at how many pages it has. When I do traveler's notebooks, they cannot have this many pages because they get so bulky so fast. Like this one isn't even all the way filled up, and I have to use binder clips to keep it closed. They get really chunky the way I use them, so I have to have all of my traveler's notebooks to have like 10 pages, or maybe 15 would be pushing it, but this just has way too many. This has got like 40 pages in it. So this is also going to go in my donate pile. Here we've got one of the pocket page traveler's notebooks, and it's got the clear page protectors in it. This one's empty, definitely going to keep this. And then I've got the one that I decorated. So those are all of my blank ones. I've got two here from Felicity Jane, and then my adhesive pockets. Now I guess the good part of this is I have a lot of traveler's notebooks I have not used yet. They're still in their packages. So I can actually start putting some of these traveler's notebooks away in an album that I want them to go in. This one I think I want to use for a future December daily. And this one is probably one of my favorites too. My fall ones, I want to go in there since they both have a lot of the different gold elements inside of them. And this one has the gold foil on the cover. And this has gold foil on it too, yeah. So I think those would look really good together. I'll take this out of the package. Oh crap, I forgot inserts came inside of these. Okay, so I've got my fall stuff in there. There's still room for more inserts though. Oh goodness, look at that. It has 4 more elastics in it. And it's already quite chunky because of how full I make each of my inserts there. This one I am not going to put into an insert because again, it's just so bulky. I have to use binder clips to keep it closed already. So this is just gonna sit on my shelf like this, I think. And then I've got these two here that are art journals. I think they could go in this one. I need to clean off this cover. Okay. Yeah, so that could be my art journals one, and I think maybe for my lists, since it's so random, and it does have a few photos of me and, you know, words and then some magazine cutouts, I can put this with my art journals too, I guess. Even though in my mind it doesn't make sense like that, I'm really just looking for long-term storage since these are finished traveler's notebooks. I just need them to be put away somewhere so it's a little easier on my eye to look on that shelf. And then I think I need to label this with the word art journal so I know exactly what's in there. Because that makes me feel good too when I'm looking at it, to know everything has an exact spot and I know where to find it. Okay, so I've got, this one is my faith one. This is an empty B6 that I made. There's a tutorial on how to make these yourself. Here's another B6 that I have, and this one is my budget one, and I go over this in my personal YouTube channel where I talk about my debt-free journey and getting out of debt. So these are my 2 B6s, and I guess they can just sit on the shelf like that because I don't have inserts for the one that's empty yet, so I can't put these in there because these are a standard size. This is last year's free class that I did with Haley, and this was on both of our YouTube channels. It was a gratitude art journal, and we did a different tutorial for every day showing you how to make different things. I showed you how to make these really cool pull photo strips and how to make this cool DIY vellum. Lots of cool YouTube videos on these pages and how I made this entire mini album. You can see this whole notebook is full and I love it. It's so cute. But this is kind of like a mini album actually. It's not, I mean, it's kind of like a traveler's notebook, but really it's a mini album. So I think I'm going to put this with my mini albums, not with my traveler's notebook. It is not the size of a traveler's notebook at all. Like, there is no traveler's notebook that fits this size. Got all my blank standards here. I've got another B6 one. This one's empty as well. Oh no, it came from the store with an insert in it already. So I'm going to put that with my B6s. And then I've got my, I think this is called a personal one. Yeah, it's not the pocket. It's too big for a pocket. So this is my personal one, and this was a DIY cover that I did using fake leather. And, ooh, I forgot how beautiful this is. I love this one. So this has a notebook, and then it's got a few different inserts in there for me to use. I just haven't used it yet. And, ooh, I've got some blank ones too that I made. That's where this one is supposed to go. You can see that's so chunky, and I haven't even filled it up with anything yet. I just love the idea of traveler's notebooks, and I wanted to do something with it. So yeah, I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this. I kind of wanted to use it as like a planner, so maybe I'll do that for next year. I'll use this as a planner. Okay, so I have a couple of notebooks without homes. These are all the ones that I've bought or made. And then these are all of the ones that I just took out of all of these new Traveler's Notebooks covers I had in my stash. And I need to decide which ones I want to keep and which ones I don't need. I really like this one with the gold foil, and it's also blank inside, so I like that. I could use that as a planner if I wanted to, or as a memory keeping tool or anything really. So I think I'm going to keep this one. I really like this one with the dot grid on it and the big script on the front, so I think I'm going to keep that. This is just a blank one, but I don't super love the cover a whole bunch. I guess it's kind of like a fallish color of red. It's like an orangey red. Yeah, I don't love it. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the donate pile. Here's this one, and it's polka dotted inside. Again, I just don't love it that much. It's going in the donate pile. We've got this one here. This is cute, and it's just blank inside. This would be really good for fall, actually. So I'm going to stick it in the Traveler's Notebook that I have for fall, and then if I want to do any more fall stuff this year, I could do it in... No, never mind. I was going to say I could do it that way, but I will forget that there's an empty notebook in there. I want to keep all of my empty inserts together. So this one I'm just going to put in the keep pile. We've got this wood grain one with polka dots inside. I don't love it. It's going to go in the donate. We've got this pink one here. I think I could definitely use this one. And then we've got a green one here. I don't think I'll use it. It's the same pattern as that gold foil one with the big label at the bottom, and I just don't love it. So that's going to go in the donate pile. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 empty Traveler's Notebooks that I need to store, and I think I'm going to do that in one of my remaining empty Traveler's Notebook covers here. So I love this one. This one's probably my favorite. I can definitely fit a few in here. So this is really nice because these ones by Crate Paper, they have 6 elastics in them, so they can hold 6 inserts. And then I think I will also put my Felicity Jane ones in there since I bought those as well, and then it'll be like all the inserts that I had purchased will be together. Although I suspect this is going to be quite full. Oh yeah, look at that. It does not even want to close. I mean, it could close, but it does not want to. I think putting 6 elastics in there was a little excessive because they really don't want to hold 6 notebooks. I guess it'll be okay for now. Let's see how the elastic does. Oh, the elastic can't really keep it together either. It's just going to stretch the elastic out. And I don't want to do that because eventually there will be permanent notebooks in here and a setup in here when I finish a project. So I'll take a couple of these out. See how it does with 4 inserts. Yeah, that's a lot better with 4 instead of 6. So I can do that. This one I'm going to do December daily in, so I don't think I want to put any empty notebooks in it. So I'll put them in here. I think that'll be okay there. And I don't have a notebook cover for that, so I guess it will just sit out for now. And here's the situation that we have now. I'll show you everything. Okay, so I've got 2 of my traveler's notebooks that are full with empty albums, and then also the pockets that I use when I go to set up a new traveler's notebook. So those are those 2 notebooks. And then we've got my cat one with all the cat memory keeping stuff in it. We've got this one, which is vegan leather. This one's from Etsy. I love this company. I have several from her. She actually does all of my previous December daily album covers as well. So we've got this one. This has all my art journaling and then the lists one in it. We've got this one that's going to just free float in there because it's too big to put in an album, and that's my one little word from a couple years ago. And then we have my faith binder one, so these 2 will just sit out. And then we have this one right here, which has all of my fall gratitude documented and then my little summer joys in it. So this is my seasonal one that has all my seasonal travelers notebooks in it. So those are all my standard size ones. And then we go down to these 2. We've got my budget one, and then we've got another empty B6. This is a store-bought B6. This one, I'm not sure what the size is. It doesn't say it on there. This is another one I bought from Etsy that I paid way too much for because it's from that same company that did the cat one, where it's really going to struggle on these elastics because they're too tight and the space is too small. But that's okay, because what I will end up doing for this one is making my own inserts for it, so I can make sure my inserts are small enough where they won't have that stress that the cat album had on those inserts. And then we've got this personal one that I have here. So lots of different sizes of travelers notebooks there, but I feel really good. Everything's going to be organized. I'm just going to put it on the shelf now, and then I'll show you what it looks like. And before I show you the shelf stuff, I want to show you everything I'm getting rid of. This is all going in my donate or resell pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inserts I'm getting rid of. So that's pretty cool. And I took apart 2 and got rid of them that were partially used or I didn't like what was happening in them. And these are all brand new ones that I'm going to put in my destash pile. So here is what my shelf looks like after doing all of that decluttering and organizing. I love it. It all fits on one shelf along with 2 mini albums that I have there. You can see I lined everything up according to size, and all of the inserts that fit inside of covers are in there. And I've got all of my finished December dailies over on the right side there. You can see all the keychain charms hanging off of those, and then all of my other traveler's notebooks. So I love how everything looks, and I hope you have enjoyed this decluttering and reorganizing video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of this amazing series or the crafty DIY and tutorial videos that I share with you. I will catch you in the next video. Happy organizing, friends. Bye.